Now here is a passionate young man. He's Victorian, but we won't hold that against him. Have you ever met an Essendon supporter that wasn't passionate? This man personifies enthusiasm. He's determined. He's driven, and he's here now. Please welcome Andrew Morello.
Welcome. Melbourne Cup, the race that stops a nation or not. Because there's 83,000 exhilarated and optimistic spectators watched legendary Australian jockey Harry White ride down that elusive Flemington home straight on that wonderful monster of a horse, Think Big, to win the 1974 Melbourne Cup. Two very optimistic newlyweds were about to embark on their journey as husband and wife that would last some 33 years. Cup Day 1974, when our vendors moved into this humble abode, the race certainly did not stop their day, as a neighbour told them that an SP bookmaker once owned this beautiful property. They said there was a little tale that while you're doing the gardening, don't be surprised if you find a secreted fortune buried in the yard. Well, to all you potential purchasers' delight, 33 years have passed and our vendors haven't found the fortune. So not only do you have an opportunity to secure this beautiful period home, but also your very own hidden treasure. Well, the top of the day to you, ladies and gentlemen, bidders and spectators alike, welcome to this much anticipated auction at number 27 Grosvenor Street in this marvellous community of Moonee Ponds. For those of you who do not know me, please allow me the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Andrew Morello and I'll be your auctioneer for today. It's my great honour to be conducting this auction and with my pleasure to assist you with your competitive bidding and any questions you may have regarding this fine property or the documentation attached. Before I proceed the auction formalities, I'd like to take this opportunity to extend a sincere welcome to intending bidders, the neighbours, but of course the spectators, as you all add to the ambience and thrilling culture that makes up the auction experience. Over the past few weeks, I've been privy to the chance to speak with many of you and listen to your thoughts with regard to this magnificent masterpiece on display here today. I make no apology for my passion and my encouragement with regard to the offering. As agents, we wish more homes like this would come on the market, and as buyers, a lot of you I spoke with were simply not even looking for a new home, although now cannot resist the temptation. The documentation we're using here today, ladies and gentlemen, are standard contracts of sale jointly published by the Law Institute of Victoria and the Real Estate Institute of the same state. We use almost identical documentation to these in nearly at all our auctions, so you can bid with confidence here today. Without further ado, I'd like to make a special announcement about certain conditions that are pertained within this contract, which I believe will help you bid, but more importantly, buy this property with a sense of confidence. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of this auction. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids, and the words I shall use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of my vendor are simply vendor bid. By law, only I as the auctioneer may make a vendor bid, and subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder shall be the successful purchaser. The vendor reserves the right to withdraw their property from sale without disclosing their chosen reserve. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, our fantastic vendors are offering the property more particularly described in the Certificate of Title, Volume 8586, Folio 219, together with any improvements more commonly known to you and I as number 27 Grosvenor Street, Moonee Ponds. When the contract hits my hand, the property shall be sold and a $60,000 deposit shall be required. You may pay this in either two methods, cash or cheque. Settlement is namely the date Friday the 2nd of November 2007, being some 30 days from today. Also attached and included in the documentation is a vendor statement which outlines just a little bit of information with regard to the rates notice, the zoning, in which this case is residential 1, and also imported in the contract, the shuttles here today are all fixed floor coverings, light fittings and fixtures of a permanent nature, although excluding the wall-mounted telephone, antique telephone in the corridor, reason being it has a bit of sentimental value as it was a wedding gift some 33 years ago. Now, before I go on, ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions regarding this fine property? All the documentation attached. Yes, madam.
Could you please tell me when you get to the reserve price, because I don't want to bid until it's going to be sold.
Madam, I'm happy to do that, but my recommendation would be to get in there early, bid confident, bid bold, and you've got a better chance of getting it here today. Look forward to your successful bidding. Any further questions? No. Well, location. It's God's gift to real estate. Quite simply put, ladies and gentlemen, you're not only purchasing 760 or so square metres of prime, picturesque land in the ever most sought after central Moonee Ponds growth pocket, but you're also purchasing a piece of lifestyle. Lifestyle, my friends, is priceless. This unique abode offering 4 bedrooms, separate living dining areas, extended entertaining, the options are all there. The potential is endless, of course, though. Go up, go back, of course subject to council approval, but this is your opportunity to realise your dreams. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard to believe, but dreams can actually come true. One of Moonee Ponds' most noted Grosvenor Street residences is available for you here today. Moonee Ponds. For family, for pleasure, for life. I feel that phrase epitomises the essence of what we're offering here today as a location, a home, and the potential for much more. Some 94 years old, weatherboard in construction, renovated some 12 years ago, not with resale in mind, but rather with passion for the character, the style, the heritage of the home. And that's what makes it so special here today. It hasn't been played with. It's still very, very original. It's the great Australian dream, ladies and gentlemen, for all that it's worth. Now, very important to remember in this buoyant market, when I do call the property sold, there shall be no late bids entertained. So bid bold, bid proud, as there are a few ways you may bid here today. A definitive raise of a friendly finger, voice your bid in a clear and proud manner. I don't even mind a nod of the head as long as you make it known. But ladies and gentlemen, carpe diem. It's Latin for seize the day. Success is recognised opportunity. So recognise that today is your day. You've seen it. You've loved it. It's your turn to buy it. What am I offered? Number 27, Grosvenor Street, Moonee Ponds. Not all at once. Don't want to confuse the bidding now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your reluctance, it only fuels my enthusiasm. And we've been quoting in excess of 1.1 to 1.35. I'll open it up a little bit lower than that, just to get the ball rolling. How about $1 million? At $1 million, and I'll look for 25 in the rise. At $1 million... What was that, sorry, sir? 900, sir. I've placed the vendor bid in at $1 million, so I'm asking for 25 in the rise. Will you come with me, 25, sir? It's $1 million with me now. At $1 million, sir, I can't go back. I have placed in a vendor bid, so we have to keep moving forward. At $1 million now, I'm good and fairly bid at $1 million now. I'm looking for 25 in the rise anywhere at all. At $1 million now. At $1 million now, it can't be all done selling out at that price. Great value buying at that price, 25, sir. Thank you very much. At $1 million and 25 now. At $1 million and 25, it's against me. At 50, thank you, ma'am, at $1 million and 50. At $1 million and 50 now, I'm good and fairly bid at $1 million and 50. It's against you, sir, down the centre. At $1 million and 50 now, I'm good and fairly bid at $1 million and 50. Once at $1 million and 50. Twice at $1 million and 50. Third and final call at $1,050,000. Still great value buying at that price, ladies and gentlemen. Under the quote, we've been quoting in excess of 1.1. I'll invite you in for another 25, sir. Can I invite you in for 25? At $1,050,000 now. At $1,050,000, it's with the lady at the rear at $1,050,000. We're going down at 25 now. At $1,050,000 now, I'm good and fairly bid at $1,050,000 now, looking for 25 in the rise. At $1,050,000 now, I'm good and fairly bid once at $1,050,000. Twice at $1,050,000. Third and final call at $1,050,000. Sir, you can't miss out for that. I'll just explain. If we do not reach the reserve here today, the highest bidder at this stage, the madam at the rear there, will have the first right at the vendor's very, very realistic reserve. So this is your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, not to just secure the home, but also to secure that right as an opportunity if the property does get passed in. So, sir, I'll place it back with you at $1,050,000. I'll ask you 25 in the rise. At $1,050,000 now, I'm good and fairly bid. Won't be selling at that price, ladies and gentlemen. Still great value buying. One sold around the corner the other day in Wilson Street for 1.220. Still great value buying. Well, at $1,050,000, ma'am, I'll place it in another vendor bid at $1,075,000 to keep the ball rolling, to make it a little bit closer to the selling range. At $1,075,000, put it back to you and ask you to come in for another 25, rounding off to 1.1. At $1,075,000 now, I'm good and fairly bid at $1,075,000. It's with me. It's against you, ma'am. Sir, I'm happy for you to come in as well. Back in at 1.1 now, $1,100,000 now, good and fairly bid. Two astute judges in the race. Got to be in it to win it, ladies and gentlemen. At 1.1 now, good and fairly bid, ma'am. It's against you at the rear. At 20,000, I'll take you 20, sir, at 1,120,000 now. Fresh bidding at 1,120,000. I knew you weren't out at that 900, couldn't have been. At 1,120,000 now at the rear. At 1,120,000, once at 1,120,000, sir, back in, another 20 and 40. At $1,140,000 now. Ladies and gentlemen, playing for keeps on the market. This is your opportunity. It's here, it's now. At $1,105,000, I'll take the 5 at $1,145,000. At $1,145,000, what was that? At $1,145,000. 5 more, I'll take it, sir, at $1,150,000. Ma'am, trust me, it's a great buy at that price. At $1,150,000, you'll be thanking me later when you sign the contract. At $1,150,000 now, sir, it's against you. Can I invite you in for 2.5? Keep you interested. Can't value real estate at $2,500 at this rate. At $1,100,000, what was that, madam? It is selling, ma'am. I announced it on the market just before, so this is your opportunity to come in now. At $1,150,000, ma'am, would you like to come back in for another 2.5? You sure? You're silent? You're out? Thank you for your competition. I appreciate it. At $1,150,000, sir, it's against you at the rear. At $1,150,000 once. At $1,150,000 twice. At $1,150,000. One, thank you, sir, at $1,151, nearly had it. Ma'am, don't worry, you haven't got it now. You've got to convince him again. Convince her, sir. At $1,151,000, sir, 2, you can't be out at that price. Ma'am, trust me, great value buying. I've lived here all my life. Back in at 52. At $1,152,000 now. One more, thank you, ma'am. You're back in. I'm excited at $1,053,000. $1,153,000 now with the lady at the rear. I knew you were lying when you said you're out. That smile. How can I believe you? At $1,153,000, sir, at the rear, come back in for another 1,000. At $1,153,000, ma'am, you're out. Are you sure? You're done? You're out, 54, back in. Should have thought so. At $1,154,000 now. It's with the sir down the middle, and ma'am, trust me, it's great value buying. I empathise with you. I know how difficult it is. Trust me, I do it every week. At $1,154,000 now, ma'am, back in for another 1. How can you say no to that? Still great value buying. At $1,154,000 now. Once, $1,154,000. Sir at the rear, back in for another half. $500. You've got 30 days to save it up. I'll start an interest award saver account with you. At $1,154,000 twice. Ma'am, are you sure you're out? Give me credit. You sure? 100%? Thank you for your competing. Sir, you're out? You sure? Well, at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, the proud couple in the middle, and ma'am, I promise I'll bring around a bottle of wine tonight to celebrate. At $1,154,000, we're calling it 3 times and 3 times only. Once, twice, at $1,154,000 for the third and final call. At $1,154,000, we're selling, we're sold. Congratulations to the purchaser, commiserations to the underbidders. Thank you for attending another successful Thompson auction. My name is Andrew Morello and I bid you a wonderful day.